Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited today to bring in a new collective group of guides who I work with a lot, and they come through a lot for my clients, but I haven't channeled them on my channel yet. So I'm really excited to work more with them, and they are an elemental group of beings, and it is the unicorns. So I'm going to be bringing them in today because they have some messages that they want to share with us. I did a meditation with them this morning, and they stepped forward in a very clear way, and they guided me through an activation. And today is actually July 5th, so we are in the middle of a major portal period of time that is taking place from July 3rd to July 7th, and that is the Sirius Portal. So the Sirian Portal is open right now, and a lot of new activations and galactic upgrades are coming in. And so I received some of these upgrades with unicorns this morning, and as I was receiving those, I was getting a lot of downloads and information on how they're working with us, how they want to help us, and just what's happening at this time on Earth. So I have done videos with the dragons recently, and the unicorns and dragons for me are two of the top elemental beings that are here to really help us raise our vibration as individuals and a collective. They both carry the rainbow code frequencies of light that are being harnessed on Earth right now, and that are coming in through all the solar activations and all the Stargate activations happening. So really relevant to bring them forward now and share some of their messages. So today they are choosing to come in as a collective of beings, but I do have a personal unicorn guide, and many of you might have your own personal unicorn guides as well. Her name is Jewel, and she is of the amethyst frequency of light. So she comes in with the purple frequency, and that is one of the activations that I did earlier today. It wasn't specifically with her or because of her frequency, but it had more to do with how to harness some of these frequency and light codes coming in through the Sirian portal. So with her, she's around, and that's the whole collective she brings with her. So we're going to be channeling all of them and see what they have to say. I've also pulled some cards with them from a new deck that I just got called The Magic of Unicorns by Diana Cooper, who is considered one of the experts in our field on unicorns and unicorn magic and healing. Highly recommend this deck of cards. Beautiful imagery, as you'll see later when I share the 3 cards that they pulled for us and the messages that those contain. But they just told me a little bit about what they want to talk about, but mainly it is about how they're helping us, how they're helping tune our frequencies, and some new information about what's going on as we are connecting more with their energy through this ascension process. So I have my little amethyst crystal here as I was guided to utilize this crystal energy today to really bring in their light and their messages. But I'm just kind of feeling them kind of coming in right now, and a really beautiful calming energy, very pure, their energy, very high vibrational, white light type of energy, and very similar to source energy. Very pure is what I'm hearing, pure of heart, pure of light. So I'm going to tune into them now. And they want to start as a collective of beings, but I do have my personal unicorn Jewel standing right here or around this area, waiting to step forward if need be. But they're saying she's helping me tune my frequency to their message right now. So she's bathing me in this rainbow light that comes kind of from their horn, and I see a golden horn right now. Yeah, it's just raining rainbow light right now. Hopefully you can feel that too. Very peaceful, very harmonizing is what I'm hearing. Their frequency is very harmonizing as it contains all of the colors of the rainbow in a purified, their essence is purified in a purified essence. So let me just start with the first question. How are you helping us as a collective? We are helping, they're saying, we are helping guide you on this process and journey of awakening. You are all awakening now and remembering your oneness and your unity with all beings, with all life, including the elemental realms. We are here to take you on a magical journey of oneness, unity, and purification. You're undergoing a purification process as you rebirth yourselves anew in the light. You are being purified from the ground up. Your soul is being purified. Your soul essence is shining brighter than ever before as you undergo this purification process that the unicorns are assisting you with at this time. And the dragons, they're saying. The unicorns are showing themselves as keepers. They kept saying this to me earlier. Bridge keepers to the light. Bridge keepers to the higher frequency codes and activations that are coming through these solar gateway portals, these star gateway portals at this time. So they are really the bridge. They are serving as the bridge between and the carriers of light and messages between these higher dimensional and lower dimensional planes of existence. So they always show themselves to be of the 7th dimension, primarily the 7th dimensional frequencies, although you can find higher souls or higher unicorns at higher frequencies above that. And I'm seeing up to 9th dimensional frequencies. But to raise our consciousness, it's the 7th dimensional unicorns that are here to really assist and raise us up into that 5th dimensional frequency, or lens is what they're calling it, where we learn to see the world through that lens of 5th dimensional Christ consciousness. So they really do carry the Christ consciousness codes of enlightenment, purification, healing, and ascension. And their light helps to activate the DNA and the remembrance within our cellular DNA to who we are and our higher connection to them and the stars and source and the divine flow of love that comes from the heavens is what they're showing. So they've always served as a bridge and a stargate within themselves even. And I keep seeing the Pegasus. The Pegasus is really a symbol of that, and has been, from what I understand, since, for a long time, as they worked with the shamans and helped them cross over into these unknown worlds and higher realms. So they're a symbol of purification and protection, as well as they are guideposts for us on our journey back to source. So they help to raise our vibration. They help to raise us into oneness, and to remember how we're all connected and how we're all related. They help to heal us through their frequencies, through their magic that comes from their horn, as I was kind of talking about before. They're showing me that they often work in tribes or herds. They like to be together. So where there's one, there are many. They don't travel alone is what they're showing. Even if you have one guide with you, you feel like you connect with one guide. There's always many of them around, assisting in some way. And yeah, anything else? Let's see. How do you help us tune our frequencies? They help us tune our frequencies to nature and all the aspects of our divine nature is what they're calling it. So they help us light up all of our chakras. They help us align our chakras and our energy systems and our energy body to carry higher vibrational amounts of light. And that's where these rainbow frequencies come in, because they keep using the word harvesting. We're harvesting rainbow codes right now. We're at a time in our ascension paths and process on Earth where these rainbow light frequencies are coming in heavy doses and heavy amounts, and they're helping us to align with our soul mission, our higher purpose, but also to align energetically with these frequencies so we can hold more light, so we can radiate more light. And they're showing us as if we are diamonds radiating, multifaceted, and we're sparkling and helping to. It's like our heart is made of a diamond, crystal energy, and they carry the vibrations of these higher crystal energies as well. The diamond light codes, as well as the rainbow frequencies. They hold a lot of crystalline energy. So the activations that we do with them are going to activate our crystalline structures within, and also bring to Earth help to activate the crystalline structures within the crystals of the earth. Now they're wanting me to talk about the amethyst and why the amethyst is important, or why that came up as an important crystal for me to activate. And they're pointing to the crown chakra. So it's all about opening and expanding your crown chakra to allow higher amounts of these light codes to enter in. As you are ready to hold these frequencies, they will come in at a pace. When you call the unicorns in to assist you with this, the unicorns will ensure that these codes come in at a pace that is comfortable for your system, your energy system and energy body to handle in doses that you can handle. So they are showing themselves to be like monitors almost of these frequencies, because there's other galactics right now that are working with us also, but the unicorns are serving as like monitors, and almost like they're showing them circling around me as almost like a protective shield and barrier to kind of keep unwanted energies out and only the highest frequencies in. So they do serve as a protective energetic barrier. If we ask for them to circle us with their love and their wings, I'm hearing, with their actual physical bodies and their wings. Some of them do have wings. They all have horns, but some of them do have wings. Then we will feel the protective energy around us, and they can help us to block out any unwanted frequencies or distractions. So very beautiful. And yes, the amethyst. So the amethyst right now is really helping us to open up our crown chakra. And this is particularly important during this portal activation time as well, so that we can receive the highest amount of light that we need to cleanse, clear, and purify all of our chakras and come into balance. And they're showing that the chakras are the bridge system to source energy, serve as the bridge system and alignment system to source energy. So these rainbow activation codes are really going to help us project our light forward and to activate that cellular memory within us to remember our connection to the elementals and the unicorns. And also these activations can serve to like help us call forward our guides, our unicorn guides, if we haven't already connected with them. We can connect with them in this way. So they did pull some cards, and they were really wanting me to tune into these cards for the deeper messages that they want to share today. And this was also the card that I pulled for my meditation activation, and this was the one card that sort of guided the process of this. So it's Crystal Cave, Magical Crystal Cave is what it says, and you can see the amethyst there. Switch on your inner light, bring forward your gifts. So this card is all about healing and bringing forward your gifts and shining more of your inner light through your own higher awareness of how your light is being activated, or how you are being called to serve, how you are being called to share your light. as in share your gifts, your personal gifts of expertise. So this message today, they wanted me to share is an extension, is somewhat of an extension of my July energy update with Mother Gaia and Archangel Ariel. So there are aspects of that message that are, this is kind of building off of that message as far as it goes for the collective. So if you haven't seen that yet, please do watch that. I'll leave a link here on the screen where you can find that video. But going back to the crystal energies, so they're wanting you to activate your crystalline structure with them. So use their magic to help you activate these crystalline codes within. And you can do this easily by going into a meditative state and imagining yourself with a unicorn guide next to you, entering into this crystal cave, where at the entrance of this cave you see a crystal like this of amethyst. And you put your hands on that crystal or touch that crystal in any way you feel guided to, and imagine that crystal lighting up and then projecting out these rainbow code activations. And just sit with that for a moment and allow that to be absorbed into your DNA. Give your body permission to receive, open up your crown chakra, and just let this activate you, and continue to visualize as you feel guided to in your meditation this process and what this process is and how this process is activating you. And feel in all your chakras, breathe in this light, breathe in these energies, breathe in these codes. And also you'll see there's some sacred geometry, like light codes in this picture as well. And there's a key. And so these are the key codes unlocking your highest potential and highest gifts. So the memory of your gifts is what is unlocking here. The higher knowledge of who you are and who you came to be and how you came to serve is unlocking through this activation. So do look for these sacred geometry that you will see in this cave coming in, and the little particles and downloads of these light codes that you will see through sacred geometry showing up in this activation as well. And then of course when you are ready, thank your unicorn guide for showing you, and have them take you back to where you started, or back to a safe place to be on your journey. So that is something they wanted me to just share with you guys. And so the second card message they have for us is this one, and it is: create your vision. Do what makes your heart sing. You are being nudged forward. And every time I read that, you are being nudged forward, I see very clearly, and I can feel even like my unicorn guide, like with their muzzle, like nudging me to move forward. And they're kind of hurting me actually in this process. They're kind of pushing me to just go, and I see the kind of group behind just like, nope, going backwards is not an option. We're moving forwards. And so they're showing me that that's how they gently guide us. They're very gentle in their guidance. They're not going to come in super strong. They're just they're peaceful. They're very soothing and calming to be around, but they're very gentle in their nudges. But they also have like a strong barrier, because they can form this line around you, and there's just no going back is what they're saying. It's all about moving forward and forging ahead on your path and making it clear where you're going. So you can really call on them every day for assistance and advice if you wish. They can easily become one of your main guides, because they're showing me that the horn, if it lights up, it serves as like a guiding light, a guiding force, where you just follow that frequency, and you will be shown the way forward. And this is where they're kind of also highlighting the bridge into this other dimension. So they are showing me, and they were showing me through my meditation, that when I got back out of the cave, I was walking into a portal, another dimension. So I was in a dimension with them in this crystal cave, and then when it was time to go back, I was with my unicorn walking back into this portal, which is back onto Earth. So you can see this bridge here that they're showing. The rainbow bridge is also symbolic of the bridge between what some like heaven and earth, some call that, but it's just a bridge to new portals and dimensions. So we are the portal keepers. They're saying we are the gateway keepers. So they serve as guardians too for these different gateways and portals, which is why they show up on these high energy portal dates as guides to assist, because they can take us into these realms. They can carry us safely back and forth. And I'm also hearing heightened intuition. So we have heightened intuition at this time of these different gateway activations, and they just serve to help us remember that in our connection to them. And also in our dreams, we might have them show up also. So is there anything else you guys want to share about creating your own vision? And this is another one that kind of extends from the message with Mother Gaia in the other video I was discussing earlier for the July energy update, because they're showing me that it's really a time for we're in the planning stages. We're in the time of creating our vision of the future and what's to come, and how we want to be placed, where our placement, where we want to go, and what we want to create in our own lives, and then for the collective, for the higher growth of the collective. So it's just a reminder of Gaia's message in that video of what we're being called to do, and it is really a time of serving and being called to action, and growing our horns. So that's actually what they were also talking about in my meditation with them today, that they said they wanted to share. They're saying now is a time for growing your horns. And in the message with Gaia, they were talking more about antlers, but it is like antlers for us as humans, because we're bringing in divine feminine energies and divine masculine energies, and this Sirius portal is more about the divine feminine energies right now coming in, the Christ feminine codes of consciousness that are integrating, and then I've been hearing that the Lion's Gate, or the 8/8 portal, which is happening next month on August 8th, is going to be more about bringing in the divine masculine. But essentially these they're showing these energies, divine masculine, divine feminine, are always shifting and trying to find balance, trying to find that center point, that 0 point where all truth, love, and light is created and birthed from. All the new earth energy and timelines is birthed from that 0 point. So anytime you can, they're always seeking to find balance, but these activation dates can be highways for finding that zone, that energy, where that energy wants to flow and kind of settle and really anchor into your system as those codes come down and come in. So growing your horns, growing your magic. The horn represents your magic and your power, and is a symbolism of your ability. It's like your antenna, your ability to really tune to the correct path, the most righteous path, the path that's most in alignment with where your heart wants to go, and where these new earth timelines are taking you and taking the collective. So they're really showing the horn as a symbol of growing in your strength and your power and your own protection and your own sovereignty, and as healers as well, as magical healers and representations of unicorns on Earth and their healing frequencies on Earth. So when you're going through this meditation that they were talking about, imagine yourself growing a horn, literally, or antlers, and feel that coming out. And it's that birthing process, birthing anew is what that is symbolizing, and your higher connection to spirit and the spirit guides. So you're really tuning your frequency and radar to your inner guidance or your higher guidance system at this time, because working with your spirit team is very important at this time, so that you can get the messages so that you can get the downloads that you need to really guide your steps, because there's a lot of traps out there right now. There's a lot of like set traps out there for you to fall, and there's a lot of anxiousness and anxiety and fear in the collective that's being stirred up by a lot of what's going on in the public domain, and what the media has got going on, and just there's a lot of confusion and chaos in the energies around you. So you really want to stay aligned to their frequencies. So the magic of the unicorn horn is a symbolism of you standing in your power and your sovereignty with these Christ consciousness codes that are coming in, and to remain in your sovereignty, so not to fall into victim consciousness mode, which is where the trappings are. The trappings are all about the victim savior complex, where somebody is going to come down from the sky and take us away, and we're going to ascend, and it's all going to be great. No, you have to do the work. You have to stand your ground, and you have to hold your frequency, is what they're showing. So it's really about holding your frequency and anchoring these energies in without getting caught in the vibration of fear, of the unknown, and the uncertainty as to how things are going to play out on a grander scale and how you will be affected by this. Pay attention to your intuition, follow your gut feelings, but stay in alignment, stay balanced within all of these energies, balancing your chakras, attuning your chakras, regular chakra attunement, very important. Regular healing work, but this is all what they're showing me is coming with the rainbow light, and what they were talking about, how you can call on them to help tune your frequency. So it's important to know how to work with them, and that they're available to work with you at any time, and you don't have to know a personal unicorn guide to call them in. You can ask for one to be assigned to you if you're not aware of that guide, and then look for the colors and frequencies that that unicorn has. So they're showing me green frequencies and purple. Mine has a purple frequency, but I also remember in my meditation that my unicorn changed color at the end and shifted into like a really like a rose gold pink blush kind of color. And they're frequency shifters and changers, they're showing. So they can shift their own color and vibration according to the needs of your soul and what you need, what your heart needs for healing. So the colors will match the colors of the frequencies you see coming off of your unicorn, will match where you need healing and where you most need to come into alignment, or and I've seen them also give off the rainbow light so that they can shift, and sometimes different ones will come in and out depending on what I'm needing in that moment. So they're saying color therapy. Work with them as you would work with color therapy. They're really, they have all the colors. It's like the pure white light of source. They carry all the colors of the rainbow and all the frequencies and colors of the earth. So just bringing in their vibration, they will know what colors to work with you on. So pay attention to the colors that you see when you're working with them or meditating with them, the flashes of different colors that you see, because that's the color therapy. That's what those colors are carrying, some type of frequency or resonance field that's going to help you align with your higher self or healing work, whatever is needed, most needed for you in that moment. So sound and vibration to healing frequencies is what they are able to assist us with. All right, so the third and last card that they pulled for their messages for us today, is new opportunities, declutter your life, glimpse a magical doorway. Love all the symbolism here. So here again, the rainbow bridge they're traveling on, and this doorway of which they're calling the magical doorway. It's another gateway, and it says new opportunities. So yes, what is your message with this card? New opportunities are on the horizon. New opportunities and messages are coming your way. So they're showing that they are the messengers for the new ways that are to come, how Earth is expanding, how Earth is growing, how Earth is coming into alignment with its own chakras and balance balancing its charge. They're part of the grid workers team as well. So they're helping to infuse the earth grid with all of this light energy. And they're saying decode. So let me tune in. And I feel like it's related to declutter. So decluttering your life is all about decoding your life. Decoding your life of what no longer serves in your environment. So really taking a moment, taking stock and looking at everything that you're currently doing, all the projects you're working on, all the people that you know and are interacting with, your lifestyle choices, the things that you're choosing to do and spend time on, the personal items that you keep and just how you generally live in your general lifestyle. It's always a time to declutter. The more you declutter this environment, the more access to the higher codes that you're going to have, the more activated you're going to become in your true essence of your divine essence and in the divine will of Mother, Father, God will be clear to you how you are being called to serve, called to active duty. So decluttering, that's what purification really is all about. It's about decoding and decluttering the old to make room for the new. So when you consciously declutter and decode or release, another way of saying it, what no longer serves, you bring in more opportunities for new growth, new sprouts, new buds, new branches, new leaves, to bloom, to bud, and to grow. And you give new life, essentially, and that new life creates new opportunities for you to learn and expand your own spiritual gifts and how you came to serve. So it helps you to align with your path on a more straight and narrow, in a more straight and narrow sense, or a clearer sense. So they're showing it as like the yellow brick road, which is like the golden path to your highest light, to your highest truth, and how you want to share that with the world. So they're saying some of you are very lost and confused right now, or you're feeling a little scattered or displaced. You're in new areas and you're not really sure exactly what you're being called to do or how you're being called to serve. They want you to clear the path. They want you to the path is there, but there's a lot of brush. You might feel confused because there's a lot of brush and there's a lot of what feels like inner conflict, a lot of ego, like old programming from the ego of the ways that it used to be, or how you used to view yourself. You're in the process of shifting and clearing out these old negative views or ways of perceiving the world, even, and what the world looks like and what the world has to offer. You're kind of shifting in your viewpoints of that. So you're really maybe in the midst of this decluttering process right now. So don't be too hard on yourself if you're not feeling ready to move or take action because you're not clear on your vision yet. You need to be crystal clear, using the word crystal. You need crystal energy, they're saying. You need crystal energy for your vision to get clearer. So you can work with the crystal's energies more and their frequency to help clear your view of things. But essentially why it's muddied is because it's like you're in the baby step process. You're in that process of transition, but you're still unsure. It's like you're being prepped to walk into the unknown, but your ego is still kind of holding on maybe to loose parts, is what I'm hearing, to parts that are ready to let go of. The ego's holding on, and they're showing me as if like there's a piece of machinery that's working and the parts are loose and it's ready to fall off, but like instead of letting it just fall off, you're trying to like tighten it on, tighten the bolt, but the bolt keeps loosening up and wanting to just fly off and be done. But it's a time of letting go and surrendering is what I'm hearing. So surrender, let the light codes carry you, but you must surrender to the light codes and the way the light wants to carry you. So it's really just about surrendering to the divine will of Mother, Father, God, letting the Creator work through you, the Creator's magic work through you without resistance. And if you're in that a darker state of mind through this process, it's okay, but let the unicorns guide you and bring in that light, that guiding light, to help you point out. They're going to point out all the areas that your life is decluttered and all the areas you're being called to just move the energy and clear the energy and start fresh. They're saying restart, but it also feels like reset the energy and vibration of your sacred space, your home, your body, your mind, declutter your mind. There's so many layers to this. It's on all levels is what they're showing, but all levels affect the other levels. So just start where you feel called, start where you feel intuitively guided. Whatever's causing you the most stress, whatever area feels the most imbalance and not in harmony and not working well with everything else, is the area you need to start with. Looking at the ways that area needs to be decluttered and reorganized for those new opportunities to kind of come in and stage themselves in a way that you can't resist the urge or the call to take action. You're ready for the action because you've cleared the pathway for that, and you're not burdened by stressors that aren't as important as what your heart is wanting you to do. So your heart has been calling you forward for a long time, but your mind is kind of sometimes the one that holds you back a little bit by saying, oh, this needs to happen first and this needs to happen first. That's not necessarily the case, but you want to feel free. You want freedom. You want internal freedom, and they're showing like no conflict within, no battles within, no battles between self within. So you have to be willing to release the belief that whatever the ego is saying has to be this way. You have to be willing to release that sometimes to unlock the true potential, to use that key to unlock the truth of what you're actually being called to do. Sometimes you're just being called to let go of something that doesn't serve you. A belief that's restricting you in some way might have been protecting you at one point, and that's why the ego holds on to it. It's a survival instinctual belief and pattern that isn't necessarily bad in and of itself, but it's blocking you in a way that is not for your highest growth in this circumstance. So in this circumstance, you want to let that go. You want to be able to see clearly what beliefs are blocking you from taking the next step and from kind of stepping up more into that leadership role. So is there anything else? I feel like they covered a lot of ground with those 3 messages, and it does really resonate with and aligns in so many ways, and reference the messages from my July energy report. So they want me to share that I'm going to be working more with the elemental kingdoms in upcoming messages. In my Patreon community, I'm going to be sharing more messages from the unicorns. So working with the dragons, now the unicorns, all of these guides are going to be stepping forward more often and more clearly now that these shifts and changes have been made. So since coming off the summer solstice and moving into these new earth changes, we're going to see a lot more elemental beings stepping in to guide us. So look for the signs and synchronicities that the unicorns are around. Look for the rainbow magic. Or any of the other elementals that might be calling you to connect with them. Is that it? Yeah, I really feel them kind of stepping back, and I feel them like if they could gracefully thank me. I feel kind of like taking a bow, like with their heads, thanking me and being grateful for me to share this message with you, because it's really going to help you align with their frequencies and trust in their guidance in the ways that they are leading you, that they are here to lead you as friends and companions on your ascension journey. So thank you so much for your beautiful energy and beautiful messages, unicorns. Thank you all for watching. We will see you next time. And before I say goodbye, please, if you like this video, do hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And let me know in the comments. I would love to hear any feedback, how this message resonates, or how you might be working with the unicorns, how they might be helping you. or how you might be feeling their energies now. And thank you again for being here. Until next time, much love. Bye.